Hi dears, today we can discuss the next topics in the network theorem. Before that we can go through some basic terms, that is ideal voltage source, ideal current source, etc. The ideal voltage source is an electrical generator that maintains the voltage independent of the output current. For example, an electrochemical cell is a practical ideal voltage source. An ideal current source is a generator that maintains the output current independent of voltage across the terminals. Practical example is photoelectric cells. These ideal current sources are represented by an arrow enclosed with a circle. Topic is constant voltage source. An ideal constant voltage source is a source whose output voltage remains constant irrespective of the load current. Load current is the current drawn from the source. We have given with a circuit, it has an applied voltage and a load resistance is connected across with. It have an internal resistance 0 and it have the resistance RL. IL is the current passing through this load resistance and the VL is the voltage we obtain in the output across the load. So we have to find out the IL as according to Ohm's law, total EMF by total resistance. We have total resistance R equal to 0 plus RL. If we have to consider the R since in all cases the R will not be equal to 0. So IL is equal to V by R plus RL. And also from here we know VL is equal to IL into RL. That is, we can substitute this IL in this. VL is equal to V by R plus RL into RL. If the internal resistance of the source R equal to 0, here we considered R equal to 0. VL will be equal to V by RL into RL, which is equal to V itself. That is the applied voltage that we have connected here. The output voltage remains independent of load current or load resistance. Practically, we will not be having such voltage sources without any internal resistance. So, practical constant voltage source is a voltage source with negligible internal resistance. Once more, we have considered in this current system as the internal resistance 0 practically, which is impossible. So, for the constant voltage source, we can consider a voltage source with negligible internal resistance. Okay. Now we can deal with the constant current source. That is, it is the voltage source that provides the constant load current irrespective of the load resistance. We have discussed as IL is equal to V by R plus RL. If the internal resistance R is much greater than the load resistance, then changes in RL will not have much effect on the load current IL. Okay, it is almost independent of the IL will be independent of RL and depend on the internal resistance R only, as R is much greater than RL. Such a voltage source with infinite internal resistance is considered as the ideal constant current source. Okay. Then the practical constant current sources are the voltage sources with very high internal resistance. So, constant voltage sources are the voltage source with very negligible internal resistance. Constant current sources are the voltage sources with very high internal resistance. Next method we have to discuss in the network theorem is source conversion. As we know, a voltage source in series with a resistance is equivalent to a current source with the same resistance in parallel. That is, a voltage source is connected with a series resistance can be converted to a current source with the same resistance in parallel. Okay, that is, if V in series with R is equal to, will be equal to a current which is parallel with a resistance. Okay, we have to prove this. Here the potential we are obtaining in this point and this point also same. We have to prove the same as we have considered with a potential in series with a resistance. Now we can open circuit here. The measure the open circuit voltage V is equal to VAB. The open voltage equals the EMF of voltage source since no current is drawn through it, as this is not a closed circuit. Okay. Now short the output terminal using a wire. Here we have to short using a wire like this. Now there is a current flow through this. Through this there will be a current flow according to Ohm's law. That is, V is the voltage and R is the resistance. So IR is equal to V, or I is equal to V by R. Current is flowing through this. Now, that is VAB will be equal to IR. The magnitude of open circuit voltage at the output terminals A and B exactly equal to the potential drop across the resistance in this closed circuit. So, we can replace this voltage source with a current source with a parallel resistance which is same we used in the series. That is, we keeping VAB is equal to IR itself. So, we can convert this I is equal to V by R. You find out I is equal to V by R from this V and R and connect that current like this, and the same resistance is connected in C parallel with this current. Okay. In such a way, a voltage in source with a series resistance is equal to a current source with the same parallel resistance. We have proved the same. Now we have to do more problems with this. A simple example, convert the given voltage source into an equivalent current source. We are given with a voltage source with a series resistance. We know here the potential will be same as this, and the current, there will be no current passing through this. If we have to let the current passing through this, we have to close this terminal A and B. So we are considered like this. A and B are closed. Now a current I is equal to V by R is flowing through this. That is, I is equal to 15 by 5, that's equal to 3 ampere. Now we can connect this circuit as 3 ampere with a parallel resistance same as connected in series with the voltage source here, that is 3 ampere parallel with 5 ohm. Now you just calculate the potential across these terminals. VAB, V is equal to IR, we know I is equal to 3 ampere, resistance 5 ohm. 3 into 5 is equal to 15 volt. So the potential we are obtaining here is 15 volt and the current we are obtaining here is 3 ampere. So we can convert a voltage source with a series resistance to a current source with the same parallel resistance. Next problem, using source conversion technique, find the load current IL through the load resistance RL in the circuit given below. Okay, we are given with a circuit having a voltage source and a current source and 5 resistances. Now our first step is to convert the voltage 6 volt and 3 ohm series connection into a parallel current with the same resistance. So that is, the convert 6 volt voltage source into current. That is, the current will be I is equal to V by R, that is 6 by 3 is equal to 2 ampere. Now in this portion we can replace like this, 2 ampere parallel with 3 ohm. Okay, and all the connections are same in the circuit. So now we have a circuit with 2 ampere and parallel 3 ohm and all the remaining components are same. Now we have, just look at the circuit, 3 ohm and 6 ohm parallel. So when we have two parallel resistances, we can solve it like this, 6 into 3 by 6 plus 3. So we got as a effective resistance 2 ohm here. I'm replaced this circuit, 3 ohm parallel 6 ohm as 2 ohm. Okay. Now we can replace this current parallel resistance into voltage series resistance as, we know I is equal to 2 ampere, R is equal to 2 ohm, voltage is equal to, V is equal to IR, that is equal to 4 volt. That is, V is equal to 4 volt, we have connected with the 4 volt parallel 2 ohm and the remaining connections from here are same. So now we have two series resistances, 2 ohm, we get it as 4 ohm. So again we have shortened the circuit, 4 volt, 4 ohm and the remaining 3 ampere, 1 ohm, 3 ohm are same. Now again we can convert this voltage series resistance into current parallel resistance. That is 4 by 4, that is 1 ampere. 4 voltage and 4 ohm, that's equal to 1 ampere parallel with the same resistance 4 ohm and the remaining connections are same. Now we know if there are two parallel current sources, we can add the currents, that is 1 ampere plus 3 ampere into 4 ampere. So 4 ampere and remaining 4 ohm, 3 ampere we have already added with this and connected as here, and the remaining 1 ohm and 3 ohm. Now again we can convert this current resistance source into voltage series resistance. So that 4 ampere 4 ohm is converted as a series voltage 16 volt, and the 4 ohm is connected in series, and the remaining 1 ohm and 3 ohm is connected. Now we can simply add these two series resistances as 5 ohm. Now the circuit is shortened as like this. Now we can easily find out the load current which is passing through the load resistance RL. Okay, so we know according to Ohm's law, IL is equal to total EMF by total resistance 16 by 5 plus 3, that's equal to 2 ampere. So we got a load current passing through that circuit. We have find out the load current passing through this as 2 ampere. You just remember one thing while solving such circuit, we have to start from the left side and convert the series voltage series resistance circuit into connections into current parallel resistance, and also you just add up the resistances when they are in series and find out the effective resistance when they are in parallel and add the parallel current sources, etc. You can simply solve such circuit and find out the solution which we have asked in the questions. So thank you. In this method we can find out easily the solutions of our problems.